This is All India Radio, the news read by Tanvi Taneja. While terming his first regime as an era of fulfillment of needs and the period beyond 2019 as fulfillment of aspirations and dreams of the people, Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his Independence Day speech rolled out a roadmap of NDA government for betterment of farmers and common man. Mr. Modi said, by the 75th year of independence, farmers' income should double, every poor person should get a pakka house, every family should get electricity connection, and every village should have optical fiber network and broadband connectivity. He said there is a need to lay stress on blue economy and farmers should become exporters and every district should be an export hub. Talking about soil health harmed by the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, the Prime Minister highlighted the need to reduce these. Mr. Modi said 1.5 lakh wellness centres will be created in villages in the coming days. He added that one medical college for every 3 Lok Sabha constituencies, housing for 2 crore poor people, drinking water supply in 15 crore rural households, and 1.25 lakh kilometre roads in rural areas are some of the targets to be achieved by the government. Jammu and Kashmir Governor Satyapal Malik has directed that normal functioning of the Civil Secretariat Srinagar and government offices should resume today. He directed that arrangements should be made to facilitate movement of government employees to work. After Friday prayers, based on the day's developments, relaxations could be considered subsequently. These directions were given by the governor after reviewing Independence Day celebrations and the security scenario with the advisors and chief secretary at Raj Bhavan, Srinagar last evening. The governor was informed that Independence Day celebrations were conducted across Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh with fervour and enthusiasm. There were no untoward incidents anywhere. Strong security arrangements were in place which thwarted any attempts to disturb celebrations. The Supreme Court said it will wait some time before passing any direction on a plea seeking removal of restrictions on media in Jammu and Kashmir in the wake of abrogation of special status of Jammu and Kashmir under Article 370. During the hearing, the centre told the Apex Court that the situation is improving and curbs are being lifted gradually. Kashmir Times executive editor Anuradha Bhasin sought directions to restore all modes of communication. A bench comprising Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi and Justices S.A. Bobde and S.A. Nazir said media reports suggest that landline and broadband connections are being restored gradually and so it will take up the petition with other connected matters. Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar has announced that a massive campaign will be launched to make India free of single-use plastics. He said a series of meetings will be held with all stakeholders, including state governments in this regard. A concrete plan will be chalked out to make this a people's campaign. Mr. Javadekar announced this at Sao Paulo in Brazil yesterday while addressing a gathering during an Independence Day function. Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his Independence Day speech yesterday also urged people to shun single-use plastics. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will embark on a 2-day visit to Bhutan from tomorrow. Speaking to All India Radio News, India's ambassador to Bhutan, Ruchira Kamboj, said that Mr. Modi's visit will lead to strengthening of India-Bhutan partnership. She said that 10 MOUs will be signed between the two countries and at least 5 projects are expected to be inaugurated, including the Mang Dechu project during Prime Minister's visit. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has said that the new education system of the country should emphasize on rural life of the country involving agriculture and nature. He was addressing a gathering after reopening Shamli House at Shanti Niketan this morning. The Vice President said that an integrated approach is needed to bridge the gap between rural India and urban Bharat for the upliftment of people and inclusive growth. He also urged people to protect and preserve monuments and cultural heritage of the country's glorious history. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today said, till today, India's nuclear policy is of no first use. Speaking to reporters in Pokhran, Mr. Singh said India has strictly adhered to this doctrine. He said he came to pay his tribute to Atalji on the land of Pokhran. Jaisalmer is home to Pokhran, where India conducted its nuclear tests under Atalji's leadership. And that is the end of this news bulletin.